Everyone, I hope everyone's having a good day. So, movies that I recommend. So, I haven't done one of these in a minute, but I wanted to do one because I love comedy, especially 90s comedy. And I picked three movies that I really want to talk about. The first one's going to be Friday. Friday came out in 1995. It stars Chris Tucker and Ice Cube. And for me, Friday is a classic. It's a... It has so many funny scenes, especially with Chris Tucker, with his moves with Michael Jackson, and the fact that he won't give up, it was just a really funny comedy. Now, I will say this, I was not supposed to even watch this movie. This movie came out in 1995. I was watching this when I was 10, 11 years old. And I say that with most movies that have a lot of profanity in it because I was not supposed to watch that stuff, but I did. I have an older sister, so she allowed me to watch it. But, yeah, when you think of Friday, Friday is a classic when it comes to comedies in general, for me. When I think of comedy, I think of Friday. I think of House Party. I think of Friday After Next. I think of all the Friday movies. I think of just ones in general that was really, really good. Now, I will say this. This is not even part of my list, but for some reason, when I think of comedy, and I don't know, I think I do know why, because Martin Lawrence is in the movie, which is Bad Boys, right? Bad Boys came out in the 90s, but it's not, Bad Boys is not a comedy. It has comedy in it. It's funny, so funny, but it's not, it's more of an action than comedy. But I think when I think of comedy, I think of Bad Boys. And I think of that franchise. But back to Friday. But Friday in general is a classic when you have Ice Cube and when you have Chris Tucker and you put them together, it just comes magic, right? You have Debo, which is, that character in itself was amazing. But going into the second one is Nutty Professor. Oh, I love The Nutty Professor. The Nutty Professor stars Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, another comedy genius, right? Especially with him, he's a professor, he works at a college, he made some type of like serum thing that changes, because he's a plus size man, and he takes that, turns into Buddy Love. Buddy Love is just funny in general, especially in the scene when he comes across at the comedy, like he was on a date, and at the comedy show thing, when we see Dave Chappelle. And that's a young Dave Chappelle. And they just get into it, just riffing off of each other, and it was so good. But the moment that Dave Chappelle took off his hat, that's when I started laughing, okay? This movie is just so good. It's just so good. And then he realized that, he could be himself. He doesn't have to be Buddy Love. And there's a second movie, but I love the first one, especially the scene, the family scene at the table. Oh, the clumps. Oh my goodness. Especially the grandma. Because he plays, I believe the only person he didn't play was the boys at that scene. He played the grandma, he played the mom, he played the dad, the brother. I'm missing something. The professor, obviously. I think that was it. I think so. But the grandma, talking about Hercules. So good. It's so good. I love it. It's just fun. It's a, you can sit down, laugh, and just laugh and be entertained. I miss comedies like that because, yes, I was young at the time, but when the phases that I went through with movies and stuff, watching older comedies and stuff like that. I wish they made comedies today. Don't get me wrong, the comedies that are coming out today, some of them are really good, some of them are not, but but some of them are really good, but like you can't, that right there was just entertainment and comedy at its best, and it was just so good. Now the third one is going to be Class Act. Now Class Act stars Kid and Play. This is after House Party, because House Party came out in 1990, the year I was born, and and Class Act, I believe, came out in 1990. I have it written down right here. 92. So like a 2-year difference from House Party and stuff. Now, the reason why I picked Class Act, because you have two teenage boys. One is named Blade, other one is named Duncan Penderhughes. And Duncan is, you know, the classic guy. Blade is just a hardcore person, right? He gets out of juvie, I believe. He has to go to school, good grades, but they switch. Their documents get switched, and just things go from there, okay? I think this movie is just funny because every time I put it on, I enjoy myself. It's funny. There's certain scenes in the movie, especially them trying to figure out his style and stuff, putting on clothes because they have to switch each other's clothes and stuff like that. The car scene is just funny because Blade it's like a truck, I believe it was a truck, and Duncan could not drive it. It was just, and Blade was in trouble with some people. It was like they go on dates. You know who's in this movie? The girl that played Hillary from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. She's in this movie. So it was just an amazing movie. When I think of comedy, I think of those three movies. I think of Friday. I think of Nutty Professor. I think of Class Act. And those are the movies I think of because like I said, I miss like really good laugh out loud comedy. And I watch a lot of stand-up. I watch a lot of old movies that I feel that are really good and really good comedy. Because for me, at the end of the day, I want to be enjoyed. I want to relax. I want to just have fun with my movies. Yes, I watch serious movies too. I watch a lot of serious stuff, but I also watch a lot of comedy because I feel like you need to laugh. You need to laugh. I feel like if you don't laugh, you're just a stuck-up person, I believe. And like a stuck up, like you don't know how to, because there's some people out there in this world that I don't believe they've laughed one moment in their life. They just keep it in, and I don't think that's healthy. So I just wanted to talk about those three movies, and those are the movies I recommend. I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope everyone is enjoying themselves, and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. Bye.